Have you ever heard of Atlantis, the legendary lost city swallowed by the sea? For centuries, this tale has captivated treasure hunters, historians, and dreamers alike. But was Atlantis a real, thriving civilization, or just a brilliant story? Let's dive in and separate fact from fiction. The story of Atlantis comes to us from one single source. The ancient Greek philosopher, Plato, around 360 BC, he wrote about an incredible island nation, located beyond the Pillars of Hercules, which we now call the Strait of Gibraltar. According to Plato, who claimed the story was passed down from an Egyptian priest, Atlantis was a utopia. It was a marvel of engineering, with concentric rings of land and water, connected by canals and bridges, all leading to a magnificent central citadel. The Atlanteans were said to be a noble and powerful people, but over time their greatness gave way to greed and hubris. They waged an aggressive war against Athens, and as a punishment from the gods, their glorious island was destroyed in a single, terrifying day and night of earthquakes and floods, vanishing beneath the waves forever. It's an incredible story, right? But here's the twist: most scholars, and even Plato's own student, Aristotle, believed that Plato made the whole thing up. They argued that Atlantis was never a real place. Instead, it was a cautionary tale, a philosophical allegory he created to warn against the dangers of corruption and imperial ambition. He used the downfall of this fictional superpower to illustrate his ideas about what makes an ideal, just society. So, if it's just a story, why does it feel so real to so many people? One popular theory is that Plato was inspired by a real-life catastrophe, the volcanic eruption on the island of Thera, now known as Santorini. Around 1600 BC, this eruption was one of the largest in human history. It created massive tsunamis and buried the advanced Minoan civilization that lived there under a thick layer of ash. The sudden, violent destruction of a powerful island society sounds a lot like the Atlantis story, doesn't it? It is possible that stories of this cataclysm were passed down for over 1,000 years and eventually inspired Plato's tale. Another, less famous theory points to Spartel Island, a small landmass that once existed near the Strait of Gibraltar. Geological evidence suggests this island was submerged by rising sea levels around 11,000 years ago, which fits the general timeline and location described by Plato. Could a distant memory of this sunken island have been the seed for the legend? Despite these intriguing possibilities, the hard truth is that after centuries of searching, not a single piece of archaeological evidence for Atlantis has ever been found. No ruins, no artifacts, no inscriptions. Nothing. The overwhelming consensus among historians and scientists today is that Atlantis is a myth, a powerful and enduring one, but a myth nonetheless. And yet, the search continues. The idea of a lost, advanced civilization is just too fascinating to let go of. People have claimed to have found Atlantis everywhere from the Caribbean and Antarctica to the coast of Spain. The legend has become a cultural phenomenon, inspiring countless books, movies, and wild theories. So, what do you think? Was Atlantis a real place destroyed by a natural disaster, or a brilliant work of fiction designed to teach us a lesson? Perhaps the real treasure of Atlantis isn't a sunken city, but the story itself, a timeless reminder of the fine line between greatness and downfall, and a testament to our endless fascination with the unknown. The legend of Atlantis proves that sometimes a myth can be more powerful and lasting than any historical fact. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the past, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into history's greatest mysteries. See you next time.